Welcome to our Sunday afternoon live. This is our first live for 2025. Looking forward to cracking in. Did you miss me? I missed you guys. We've been absolutely run around like a blue ass fly at the moment. We're flat out. It's been awesome. The new factory is just unbelievable. So we've got 2 assembly lines running at the moment, and the boys are punching. We're starting 2 new tiny homes every week right now. So it's absolutely flat out, and just loving it, living the dream. And we're about to crack into our tiny home, the circuit, the tiny home expo circuit. So that starts. When's that? The first one is in Mornington, down in Victoria, Mornington Peninsula, down in Victoria. So that'll be cracking open towards the end of March. So we've got a couple of homes we're taking down there, so it's going to be unbelievable. I'll tell you what. I'm talking about getting old anyway. Funny story. Oh, Rico is getting a bit longer than I'm an old dinosaur now, you know. So anyway, it gets that way in the night when I get up. I've got to go to the loo in the middle of the night, you know, and it gets to a point you actually just got to stand up and you just got to think, before I go to the toilet, I'm not going to start walk, because when you're younger, you just get up and just walk, you know. But once you get a bit of vintage about you, you got to slow up. So the first thing you got to do is get to your feet. Just do a bit of a reconnaissance mission to make sure all the bits are working before you start taking off. Oh, Lordy. And then it's like, oh my God, my toe's sore. How in the heck? I didn't have a sore toe before I went to bed. And I get up and it's like, then what the heck am I doing in my sleep, you know? Anyway, but I tell you what, you know when you're getting old, I don't turn any lights on, and I'll just walk into the bathroom, and so hence I just sit down to have a whizzy, you know. And anyway, but you know when you're getting old, when you got to grab the towel ring and use that as a disabled blooming hand, blow yourself down on the toilet. Oh, crikeys. Oh, and what about all the teeth that are missing? And then when you we've got one of them, electric, bit of modern technology for Rico. I've got one of those electric toothbrushes, you know, for brushing my teeth. And anyway, of course, with all the missing teeth, and you finish brushing your teeth, you end up getting gravel rash on all your gums that are exposed, you know. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'll tell you what, but anyway, hey, listen, why don't I crack into what we do on our Sunday afternoon lives. We like to handle and answer all the questions that have been given to us during the week in regards to tiny homes. There's nothing that phases me. You've got a question, bung it up on the screen, and if I don't know the answer, I'll make it up. So, but I'll make it sound real, you know. So, hey, but listen, I want to shout out to Tiny House Inspirations. They've actually just put up our storm model, which has been awesome. Thanks very much. There's no name on this. I can't even say a name. I don't know what the chap's name is, but he's given us a plug on there, and he's done the walkthrough of our storm model. Okay, so he's put that up online. There's been a heap of questions coming off that bit of a spiel that he's given us. So there's a couple of those I'm going to answer during this evening as well, you know. And first question, so let's crack straight into it. Does the storm model recently posted online have a washing machine space? Yes. We didn't actually show that through the live, but it's actually in the bathroom. You might have noticed that bathroom. It's actually 1.8 by 2.8 metres. So that's a big bathroom for a tiny house. Okay, and we've got a question here from Guy. My question is, can I have a hat for training? Guy, that'll be young Storms footy coach. G'day, Guy. How you going, mate? But anyway, okay, what was I saying? Oh, washing machine space. That's right. We didn't actually show you on that walkthrough, but in the bathroom, underneath the vanity, there's a massive cupboard there for a front-load washing machine. So that's where the washing machine goes. We didn't actually have the toilet in position, but that does get positioned underneath the louver window. The reason this one didn't have a toilet in it is because we're leaving that open for people to there's a whole host of different toilets you can have. You can have a flushing toilet, of course, then you can have your compost toilets, and which you've got a CM2, and then you've got the Natureloo toilet, which is like a mini long drop. And so we don't install it in this particular model because people, but I really want a hat. Yeah, right, Guy, I'll see what. Hey, I import these from the States. Shady Brady, mate, from the States. I've been importing them for about 25 years, mate. I go through about 2 a year. Anyway, with the toilets, yeah, okay. Of course, then you can upgrade right up to the Cinderella toilet. Okay, now these, if you haven't heard of what a Cinderella toilet is, they're the toilets that basically nuke your poo. Press a button, the whizzer and the solids, bam, it just nukes it. So there's stuff or waste that come out of that. So they're really, they do meet a lot of council regulations and all that sort of stuff have been tested and tried and proven, so they're a great toilet. But you don't get much change out of $7,500 for the Cinderella toilet. But definitely for the ladies, a lot of our ladies are actually running with the Cinderella toilet just because it's low maintenance and they can. It's easier for them to look after, How much is the store model? Okay, so that store model, now it's 11 metres long. It's 3 full bedrooms. You've got a bedroom downstairs, a queen-size bedroom downstairs, a king-size bedroom upstairs, and a double room upstairs as well. So I'll have you down, mate. Great work on the homes. Good on you, guy. Okay, so that store model, that first release is 199 grand. Okay, so, but once that home is sold, because it was built before our price rise in January, the homes, the new store models, if ordered today, will be 219 grand. And of course, then it's any other bells and whistles you might pimp it up a bit as well, So that's 11 metres long. And it's an 11 metre, we've lost Facebook, but anyway, I'll keep talking. It's an 11 metre long home. And it's got, like I said, a queen-size bedroom downstairs, king-size bedroom upstairs, and a double bedroom also in the upstairs as well. So it's a massive home. And that's the longest in Australia. That's the longest you can build a tiny home, is 11 metres long. That's a trailered tiny home, is 11 metres long. So, yeah. So, actually, if you talk American dollars, that store model, about 120,000 American dollars. Okay, so really, because our dollar to America, I think we're about 61 cents in the American dollar. So in actual fact, I can land a tiny house, including delivery, in America for the same square metre rate that the homes are selling for in America today. So if you want to pick up a Havenwood tiny home in America, and remember that first sale that we make to America, I'm going to subsidise half the freight. So it's $25,000 American to get it there. I'm paying 12 and a half grand for the delivery to America. I just want to get a home over there. Big is better in America. Everything's big in America. We build big tiny homes. So let's get a Havenwood tiny home over in the States. See how we go. How did your tiny home delivery go to Western Australia? And will it be open for viewing? A couple of things. Firstly, it's on the road. Okay, the tiny home is on the road. It's young Tim from GRS. He's actually driving the tiny home or towing the tiny home. I didn't do this one because it'll be about 9 days out of my life. And so Tim from GRS, he's having a great trip. He probably just crossed the Western Australian border as we speak. It should land probably early Tuesday morning. Should actually land in Western Australia down to the owner's home. And the owner has graciously, once she's set up and got all the gear set up in there, she has graciously allowed us to have five only qualified people from Western Australia to actually view that home. So if you want to be one of those five, you need to be qualified, you need to be serious buyer over in Western Australia. Our client, Loretta, has given us permission to, I will give her all the contact details, and the meeting will be set up by her, but there's only five. So only 5 people will be able to view that home in America if you are serious about a Havenwood tiny home. What toilets do our tiny homes come with? I touched upon this earlier. All of our toilets come with a CM2 Clivus Multrum compost toilet. Okay, so you don't have to pay extra for a compost toilet in a Havenwood tiny home because we allow for it. But most of our clients will upgrade, especially if you're looking at going, if you're going to be living in this permanently, I'll be definitely going for the Nature Loo toilet, which effectively is like a mini long drop, okay? The chamber's underneath the tiny home, and you only have to empty that about, say, probably once every 5 or 6 months. Well, you don't actually empty it, you just change the chambers. And you get 2 chambers with that Nature Loo toilet, and what that means is whilst you swap the other one out, the other one's breaking down, okay? So it's so it's really it's a great system, and it's only about an extra $1,500 to upgrade to that toilet. G'day, Shana, how you going? Okay, what else we got here? Your homes are so much bigger than any here in America. Do you have different rules in Australia? Well, in actual fact, no. Over in America, you are allowed. A registered vehicle is allowed to tow or carry an oversized load. That's effectively what our tiny homes are. So our homes, I've done my homework, our homes are legally transportable in America. Even though they're They're wider than your standard vehicle, but it's all about the way they're constructed and the logistics of how they're built. So yes, our homes are legally towable in the States. And actually, another question here: how much to deliver to the United States? Now, I can land a tiny home on the East Coast or the West Coast. There's ports up north, there's ports down south. So obviously, we'd land it closer to wherever you are. And you're looking at about $20,000 to $25,000 American to get it there. Okay, it's American dollars. But our tiny homes that are promoted on our website, it's Australian dollars. So what you guys do, if you see our prices, basically it's 61% of that price what we've got on. So when you're doing your sums, you'll actually see how cost effective our homes are in the States. What have I got? Oh, then another delivery cost here, question here about delivery to Western Australia. And okay. Oh, drama. Oh, tiny house, mate. There's always dramas going on. Anyway, you just got to work with it and roll with the punches. And in short, we had our home that's going to the States. It was to the States over to Western Australia. It was all booked in, ready to actually go on a ferry around to Fremantle Wharf. And you wouldn't read about it. Guess what? Oh, the boys decided to have a strike. The first strike they've had in 40 years was literally the week I was dropping it to the port. So that got smashed. So then we had to race around, and now we've got a great crew on it, GRS. They've done a number of deliveries for us now. So they've actually got young Tim, and they're transporting that by road, towing it by road as we speak across to Western Australia. So, okay, by sea, it's around about 12 grand to the port. By road, it's about, what's it going to rack up about 22 grand. So when you're doing your sums on a Havenwood tiny home over in Western Australia, it's not cheap, but if we can get it on the boat and they don't have a strike, that's definitely the way to go. And it obviously means too, you're not wearing out your running gear. Like it's 4,000 Ks from here over to Perth, so it's definitely a long haul, you know. Hi, Rick, a question here from Kerry. Hi, Rick, loving your homes. Seriously considering one of yours in the near future. Great, Kerry. Well, give us a call. We've got young Toby. He's hot to trot. He's got a sharp pencil, so he can definitely line you up there, get one of our tiny homes. I'll tell you what, it's just coming through thick and fast at the moment. Our build queue, probably, we're actually, like I mentioned earlier, we're starting 2 new tiny homes every week right now. We're probably, our next build date's probably about 6 to 7 weeks away before our next start date is available. And from that start date, you allow 3 months, okay? 3 months. I just got a text come through there from Tim from GRS, who's taken our time home over to Perth. He's literally right now just crossed the Western Australian border. So he's having a great trip. Good on you, Tim, mate. Safe journey and just keep plugging away. I think from there, still got about 1,000 odd Ks to go. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think about a bit over 1,000 Ks to get it to our tiny home recipient over there. Okay, another question here about our chapel. Now, the chapel is one of our tiny homes that actually looks like a church, okay? It's this thing, it's pimped up, it's unbelievable. I really can't wait to show you this. We've been holding off because we've been waiting to put it down into a for the final photo shoot, or the final part of the actual series, which is Pimp My Tiny Home. That'll be... hopefully I'll be moving it down in the next couple of weeks into a position where we can do a final film shoot of it. Really looking forward to getting that up online because it's going to look great. But yeah, have a look at this series. It's a new series we've started. We've got Tiny House Truckers. We'll have to do another one of those shortly. But Pimp My Tiny Home. So this tiny home, we're doing it on the chapel because it looks unreal, and I think you're going to be absolutely stoked when you see this. I wanted to use it as our one of our B&Bs, our ecotourism places, but Shani says it's not going to go with the look. So she thinks she's going to sell it. So we'll see what happens. So we'll get the film shoot done, and if you're keen, we'll see how we go. We might be able to get you lined up to pick up the chapel. What homes are we taking to the Mornington Expo down in Victoria? So as mentioned earlier, the Mornington Peninsula show is at the end of March. So we'll be going down. We're taking 2 homes down to Mornington. I'm taking down a single level Maverick. It's 9.2 metres long, 3 metres wide, single level, single bedroom, but it's massive. It's just unbelievable. It's got the beautiful pitched roof on it. We've done lots of detail in the roofing, and also internally inside the home, full kitchen, this is like we've designed this home to actually live in. It's not just a B&B, okay? So heaps of storage space, massive bathroom, massive bedroom, and just heaps of stuff going on in there. So looking forward to showing that. The kitchen on that gets installed, I think, in the next couple of weeks. So we're going to be doing a full photo shoot of that too before it goes down to Victoria, so you can check that out. The other one we're taking down, because I haven't taken one down there before, is our Jolie model. Now, Jolie model, if you don't know the models we have online, our Jolie model is a 3-bedroom home. You got a downstairs bedroom and you got 2 bedrooms upstairs. So it's, I would say, probably family orientated. So it's a great little unit. It's but we haven't taken a Jolie down to Victoria, so I thought I'd mix it up a bit. Take a Jolie model down, 3-bedroom home. So if you've got a tribe of kids, happy days. You're about to fit them all in, you know. Is the electrical the same in Australia as America? Well, I've already done my homework on this. Obviously, in America, obviously it's still 240 volt, but it all comes down to the actual plug connection. So what we'll be doing when we get our first sale for America, we'll be upgrading all of the electrical points to suit the American system. So basically, you can just plug in your hairdryer and whatever you got going. So we'll actually get, I'll get imported over here the actual light fittings, the switches themselves and the GPOs. So they'll be already installed. So once we land it in America, it'll be all plug and play. Happy days. Andy, I'll be at the Mornington Expo. Good on you, Andy. Make sure you introduce yourself down at the Mornington show. Looking forward to, man. I'm itching to get back into it, man. I mean, I'm flat out up here, but I'll tell you what. Once I start the show circuit, I think there's about 7 expos this year, so we're going to be pretty busy. In amongst all the deliveries, I mean, we're on track. I don't know what's going to go on here, but if we keep going at the rate of knots and with the clients coming through, we could be up for about 70 to 80 homes this year. So that'll be great, and that means that's a lot of time on the road for Rico. But hey, you know what? GRS, a great crew. I might get them to do the long hauls for me because I've got too much going on around here, you know. Okay, well, listen, I've answered all the questions. We're keeping it short and sharp because today we're also doing our first YouTube spiel, so it's going to go up on YouTube as well. We haven't done that before, so I'm going to keep it short and sharp because people, if you're like me, you've got a short attention span. Any longer than 20 minutes and everyone's maxed out, they want to go and watch the footy or something. So we're going to keep it short and sharp. I'm going to anticipate to do that this year as well without going too long and rattling on. So, okay, so if you've got any questions during the week, make sure you bung them up on the screen. Now, remember, if you're overseas, bung up your questions. Mate, I've got all the answers. Just like I said, if I don't know the answer, I'll make it up. So, but it'll sound good. It'll sound like I know what I'm talking about. Now, listen, also, keep an eye out for Pimp My Tiny House. Really looking forward to getting this up. We've actually done it like a TV show. It'd be like a half-hour TV show. Can't wait to get that up online. It's going to be unreal. And looking forward to doing that as well. Anyway, hey, listen, I've rattled on enough. Have a fantastic week. I'm done. And we'll see you next week. Hooroo.